Happy New Year 2023. Welcome once again to another episode of Women in Business. I hope this year you'll be inspired by the inspirational women that we bring onto this particular program. Today we are delighted. We have yet another amazing woman. She's been at this for quite a long time, also known as Mama Cheers. We're going to give you just a little bit of a sneak peek into what she is, because there are so many awards attached to her name. In fact, right now in Uganda, she is said to be one of the most decorated women entrepreneurs. Mama Cheers, the CEO of Delight Uganda Limited. You're very welcome. Very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I also know just a little bit so that most of them can get to know you better. Apart from being one of the most decorated Uganda women entrepreneurs, you're also the CEO Delight Uganda Limited. You're also the recipient of a number of different national and international awards. You have won a special prize in 2020 UNICTAD's Women in Business Award. You also are very particular about gender equality and inclusive business. You have been doing this for quite a long time, and we appreciate what you're doing. Mama Cheers, also known as Dr. ADYERI, Julian, OMALIA. We shall go with Mama Cheers, since most of the people know her as Mama Cheers. And we love that as well, because you're a mama as well. We would like to know, what is your journey? How has it been? Because I've been hearing about you, even before I met you, I've heard so much about you. But we know there is a face to Delight Uganda Limited. You are the face, but there is something behind. And these are some of the things that the viewers and people who are watching this want to know. How did you start? What inspired you? Was it something you always wanted to do? You keep growing and growing every time, and we're so proud of you. How did the journey start?
Wow.
Yes.
Me, I thank the Almighty God. To me, I think I still say it's God's mercy. I'm a Dr. Julian ADYERI. I'm a chairperson of Noya Fruit Growers Cooperative Society. Noya. With 18,000 outgrowers.
18,000.
Yes. And this is the journey which started one in a single sitting room here in Kawempe, making juice, cheers juice, and boiling water in a kettle and using a blender to make the juice.
Let me, when you begin talking about your journey, the journey, boiling and the kettles and the jerry cans, people normally say this. And on our shows, we always want to appreciate you face to face and tell you that we appreciate you. We love what you're doing, and you inspire so many women, and we're grateful that you didn't give up. Most of them say that the accolades and the praises come when people have died. In Women in Business, we give them to you face to face. You have done us proud, you continue to do us proud. So that is your journey from the kettles.
From the kettles, one thing, it was my strength and the trust in the Lord, and knowing that yes, it's possible. I will do it, I can do it. It's a matter of being patient. So when I started boiling the water, using a blender to make the juice, then from there buying small machines, I realized that I needed to get suppliers. I went to DSTV, Uganda by that time. I consulted Mr. Sonil. He directed me to Nairobi. I went to Nairobi using Mawingo bus. I sat in the middle because I could not afford the full ticket. So I paid half ticket. When everybody was seated, I sat in the middle
in the corridor.
Reaching Nairobi at Mawingo bus, I did not have money to pay for the hotel. I had to request for a bathroom where I paid money. I did not have money to hire a space or take me to the industry area. I begged some Ugandans who had hired a man called Chime Mwangi. He allowed me. We first went, industry area, did his work. At 2 o'clock, Jimmy had taken me to the companies. Among them, there was a Best Park, and that was general plastics. I bought my bottles, these bottles, like this, and I carried on mukokoteni.
Yes.
We walked from the industry area of Kenya.
A wheelbarrow.
Yeah, bigger one, the mkokoteni.
Yes, yes.
From there, I put my things on Mawingo. I put in my corridor again where I started to Busia. I cleared the taxes to Kampala. I thank God for that journey. It was a successful journey I started with, yes.
And you look back, when you're talking about, I don't know how you feel. I want to know, how do you feel? The mukokoten, the corridor, how do you feel? The kettles?
I feel good because I'm mentoring a woman there who is seeing that the burden is so much she can't do business. Because I managed to do it, and I'm so happy that I did it.
Yes.
And that's what has helped me to be where I am today. And I really want to say every woman can do it if they are determined. And you say, yes, I can.
Yes.
And I did it, and I've done so many. Now I started making my juice. I would use a wheelbarrow again to push my juice down into the park. Then I rode up to Kampala, and in Chikubo I used to put on red. I would market my juice. I got the best formula from my customers who tasted and said, Julian, cheer, the juice is little now. I mean, the sugar is little. This is lacking. And I kept on improving on my formula till I came out with the right formula, yes.
Were you the one holding the wheelbarrow, or you hired someone?
I started with one staff.
With one?
One staff. We would work together.
So you went lock up to lock up?
When we reached Kukubo, I was the marketeer. And I remember I would visit all the shops.
Yes.
And people who are moving, those who are buying kwencha, I would convince them to buy my juice.
Yes.
And they would say, no, this is a new product, it will not move. Can I give you a sample? I used to have my water, I dilute, I give them, they would say, okay, improve on this and this, give me 2 boxes, give me 3 boxes. And another person, I remember a man told me, why can't you go to the radio? I said, I'm radio Katwe.
Yes,
so that I market better to you, and you tell me, this is good, this is not good. And I get the answer now and then. And indeed, we picked.
So you were finance officer, marketing, CEO, you were everything, communications.
A production woman.
Everything on one.
Yes.
On 2 legs.
Yes.
But many women out there are still at that stage. And some of them just want to give up because the feedback sometimes is negative. But when you are out on the street during that particular time and they were telling you, add a little bit more sugar, this feedback helped you because you come back and change.
Yes.
Yes.
You get the advice straight on. And the next batch number is an improved batch number because they told you and you have improved. And it helped me so much. Yes.
We are getting to see so many women CEOs right now actually being at the forefront. It is not as it used to be because sometimes they would be laid back and it would be very difficult to get them. But we are beginning to see many of the group that you're in, the very women who are big right now, who have actually made it and done this and sustained themselves. We are beginning to see that it is easy to reach out to you. Is it because you want to continuously get this feedback from the people down on ground? Is it because you want to stay in touch? Or is it because you're micromanaging and you want to, what is it that is happening out there to you?
Let me tell you one thing. When you look at the few businesses which are doing well, the owners have been involved.
It's true.
I will give you a proverb. It is the owner of the dead person which carries where it smells more. Because the person is yours, you, no matter what, you must carry that person. Now, for us as the business owners, we know our business better. We love it. It's our baby. It's our everything. You are what you are because of these chairs. So to me, even if it is on Christmas Day, there is an order, I will work. Today is 1st January. I'm here now. But if it was the staff, say, I'm going. I'm not there, I don't have the time. Because you love the business and you're what you are because of these chairs, I have to be there for it. Come a rain or shine, I must be there for my...
But you can, I'm giving you another perspective, the one that we grew up knowing, whereby you have the means, the money to hire someone to do it, so that you can go off to Dubai and go off to France to have a weekend. Yes, you can hire someone to do it. But why is it, yes, I do understand, but why is it that the majority right now of your women, the women type that we look up to, are actually still really getting more and more involved into their businesses?
The truth is, when I started making chairs, I used to be on the route, and I knew all the customers in the whole of Uganda, from Mbarara up to Arua, up to Mbale. I used to go, but I carried up my marketeers. Some of them I personally trained. They are very successful people. I will talk about Apostle Grace Rubega. He's one of my dear sons I moved with,
Yes.
training them how to market. Today he's a very successful marketer, not because he's a man of God, he's an apostle. He's a great marketer, and he has made his personal money through marketing. He learned it from me. So we carry out young people, young marketeers. We mentor them, we parent them, we train them. They go outside there and they market. That's why we see cheers is everywhere in Uganda. I no longer go there, and I don't have those energies. But if you are here, like in Kawempe, like today, you are talking to a woman, you needed the CEO, that's why I'm here. And secondly, to me, I no longer micromanage the company because I have all the department, starting from the board of directors, the departmental managers, and up to the young people, the casual workers. But I still work with the casual workers. Why? I must maintain the quality. I have the formula within me. So other work, I leave the bigger people to do the work, but I still, when I embody the younger people, I enter with them production still to show them, you do this, you do this, you do this, to maintain the quality. Because if I say, let them produce, suppose the mistake comes in, who is answerable? I'm the direct loser. So to me, I believe other posts, they do their work, but still in production, it's still my responsibility to be there and train people so that when I'm not there, they do the right thing. And if any complaint comes from the market, it has to come to me directly. So it's my duty. That one, I don't delegate it. I still go in production, I see where was the problem. Because I have my experience I have, I will tell you, this is a problem, I can work on this and this. And to me, again, I love making juice. It's my hobby. I love it. So I find myself doing it, but not that we micromanage. Another thing I want to tell you, like when the lockdown came, that is the time we had to close the company. If I had not planned ahead of time, today I wouldn't be here. The 2 years, we were not working. We picked juice which had expired 2 years in the market, was 187 million. We had to destroy it here. I had to look for money to restore the company again, to revive it again. But again, because I'm a hands-on woman, during lockdown, I was in West Nile training the women how to grow mangoes, how to grow guavas. So to me, I believe any woman must be a woman, must be there to parent the children. I start from my home. Yes.
Good enough, we're talking about that. We are talking about that.
So to me, I believe in myself, and I believe raising
The
children of integrity. You were here when my girl was saying she's going to do her papers, but I told her, no, you have to be here. I must start with her. Charity begins at home. And I thank God that I've managed to parent my children. I've managed to raise them into strong women. And
Sweet. How most of the women that I've spoken to continue to say, even it's highlighted as one of the major challenges. They say balancing the family boat and business is difficult. You're proud that you have been able to do it. Of course, you had a few challenges here and then. How did you do it? Did you have support? Did you have support system? How did you do it? Because you were on and off the Mawingo bus, yes, during that time, and they were growing. So how did you manage?
To me, I really thank the Almighty God that one, the gift God gave me is a gift of friendship. My husband is number one friend of mine, so he's always there for me and to ensure that he pushes my dream, that I realize all my dreams. He's a very supportive husband. My babies, I used to work with them. My firstborn baby, she has been she's a lawyer. She was the best law student in Uganda. Yes. And she has worked in 2 places and finished her contract well and clean contract. She started with Sempebwa. She finished her first contract. She went to Victoria Motors. Last year she finished her second contract. She's a mother of 3. But because she has gone through thick and thin what I've gone through, I parented her, I mentored her, I made her to become a brilliant young entrepreneur, also a lawyer. Yes, somehow we had challenges. She did not want to do business because she got tired of business when she was growing up. So I made the people around me to be my helper and my supporter. I start by training my house girls. I start by training my managers to be there for me. My husband, he's leaving his judicial office job to come and support me in the farm. And the people who are around me, they are always there for me. So I'm trying to tell the women in life that before you think of another thing, charity begins at home. I have the most happy marriage. I wouldn't have got this award if I did not have a marriage certificate, because we competed towards 52 Commonwealth countries. There are 3 things they wanted. One, you must have suffered so much when you are starting business. You must have been there for other women, especially the undeserved, those women at the grassroots. That is one. You must have paid school fees like any other woman. What we go through, paying school fees, this and this. You must be a married woman. So I qualified, I had the 3.
This is 2014, this particular amazing award.
Yes?
Under the Commonwealth.
Yes.
Amazing award.
Yes.
And there are very few, by the way, from what I hear. There are very few, but you are so deserving of it. But to me, what comes out as what stands out the most is how important it is to have our partners. How important it is to have your partner on board. In most cases, when your partner is not on board, it becomes a big challenge. It becomes a big challenge. The challenges that you face them alone. Yes? The other challenges that come in from different places here, you have no one to share, you face them alone. So you have to be perfect. And I've had, unfortunately, so many women tell me about that particular aspect. Yes? And you must be very happy. But you also mentioned that your daughter got tired of business. Why? From an early age. Yes, why?
Early age, because you see, when Citon said she's going to do her paper, and I'm telling her, no, baby, you have to be here for me.
Yes.
As I get interviewed, you are also learning. That is, for me, I train by example. As I talk, she's listening. She's learning how to talk. But she thought maybe she will get exposure from other people. But they get exposure from their mom at home when we are doing business. So because for her from P5, I will tell her, go and back your school fees. Go and market this and this. So at the end of the day, she get tired of business when she's still young. But again, move around, she still has to do the business. But I want to give you this juice, really.
Sure. Thank you.
This is like a fresh juice, and this was my dream since 1996 to make fresh juice from the locally grown fruits. So this is a mango juice, all the way from a fruit city of Noya.
You started off on concentrates, right?
Yes, yes.
And now you've gone right into the fresh juice.
Amen. God bless this juice and
this is
cheers.
Beautiful.
Wow.
2023.
2023 with like a fresh juice. It's here. Wow. Amen. God bless our juice.
This is really fresh natural juice from Uganda. Fresh natural juice from Uganda.
From our mango city of Noya.
From Noya.
We have a mango city. 1,000 acres of mangoes in one site.
How did that start? How did that? How many acres are they for starters? How did it start? Was it a gift? Did you go for it? Was it what is it? Is it on loan? How did that part? Because it is big, and we're already drinking. We're already taking some of the fruits.
I will take you back. My dream since 1996 was to make fresh juice from locally grown fruits. The fruits grown by the women, juice made by the women, so that as women we support each other, we grow together and come out of poverty. It's for that reason, 2012, I went to Noya and we bought land in Noya district that we started with 1,200 acres.
1,200 acres.
Then we added on the 500. Now we have 1,700 acres. Now we had to make a road because we did not have a road. We had to start with nursery. We selected the right variety of mangoes. Like this mango is apple mango. And
it has no threads.
It has no threads. We also did Tommy mango, and we started making, raising the seedlings, which are true to species and true to variety. We raised a lot of seedlings, and we realized that after planting, we had to partner, to look for development partners and government who can help us to support the women. So we started the community outreach. We started the training. We started with like a small institute where we would train 20, 30 people till the demand became much of training the people on the complete value chain of fruit management. So we had to build the Right Farm Institute. It has taken us 5 years to build. Now we have a fully fledged farm institute with a capacity of at least 400 people at a go.
400?
Yes. And we have managed to empower 18,000 outgrowers.
18,000
yes.
Outgrowers.
70% are women.
Why is the woman so special to you? Apart from you being the yes, I am a woman, you had this plan from way back.
1996.
Way back. Because you had no particular, there was no obligation per se, yes, as a businesswoman to actually begin mentoring women. Most will tell you that and say the profits come first. But you have continuously had the woman at the back of your mind.
I want to take you back to my background. Where I'm seated here, Mayor Troki, rest in peace. This land was given to me by my grandmom, Atuochi,
yes.
who trained me how to do business.
Yes, yes.
She used to sell waraji, and she would get a jerrycan of waraji and tell me, my dear daughter, you see this jerrycan? This one, the first, a third. This is capital. The second third is profit for putting in the business.
Yes,
the last one is the money we can eat. So I was parented and mentored by the women. That is my grandmom.
How old were you?
I start from my mom, Mayor Woli, Regina, rest in peace. My mom was a great woman. And I remember the day she wedded, that was the 1950s. No Munyoro reached Kampala because they hired the only Kasamba bus, which was in Oima, which carried their guests up to our home. So my mom mentored me and told me a woman must be a woman of integrity, a woman must be a bigger dreamer, a woman must work hard, and a woman must plan ahead of time. We never lacked at home. We had it all. And because I grew up knowing that everything I must struggle to have it for myself, and my mom used to tell me how we should work hard. We were trained how to go to the garden, how to cook, how to do the housework, and how to do each and everything. And she would come and tell us, as you are there, as a Christian, be there for others. He explained to me who a neighbor is, and we used to pray together. And he's a woman who trained me how to make jam with other women. Yes, he used to go to the nannies in church and they make jam, they make pancakes, they make all those things in the small clubs. And I used to go with her. So I promised myself that when I grow up, I will also try to help other women. They were used to see my mom doing it.
So behind you, behind Mama Cheers, are two strong business women.
Perfect.
Those are the ones that on whom you're stepping, on whose shoulders.
Perfect.
That continue to lift you even up to today.
As I sit here, that is UCTU and local construction. My grandmom used to make tea here, and even people who would come to drink from the companies, she used to make money out of them, and she used to have her houses for renting, and even many would come and consult her. How can I make my house clean? Because my wife is dirty, and she would still be there to parent those girls who are not brought up right. Yes. So I took it up as an obligation. And secondly, I said as a girl who have grown, a daughter of a teacher, because my father, he's still alive, 96 years, a great teacher, yes. And he's sound and clear. And we grew at the school compound at that environment. So I used to see the teaching, learning, and how can we be there for others. So I grew up knowing that when I grow up, I will work hard.
You have to mentor. You literally were mentored, and then saw mentorship, and then now pass it on.
Perfect.
And with the same way, you literally were mentored in business. You saw the business, yes, from your... That was an amazing, you know, an amazing thing. Telling you all about...
Yes.
Not so many people get to know that. Others learn about it by accident after making profits and losses.
Actually, whatever I do, I always calculate. I move with the calculator. I missed after wedding. Yeah. I didn't go for a holiday. My husband said, if you are going for a honeymoon, you will leave your calculator behind. I said, no, I can't leave my calculator behind. Yes. I love it so much. So whatever I do, I start with the calculator and to see, is it profitable? So I grow with that. So one thing, what am I telling the woman listening to me? In this world, believe in yourself, cost each and everything. It does not need that you must be an accountant or you must go to school. My grandmom did not go to school, but she trained me how to do it hands-on. Now, back at Noya, we built our Delight Farm Institute for hands-on skilling. And it is the only institute which picks the people from the community. Those who have not gone to school, we train them how to plant mangoes. From the nursery, how do you peel the seed? How do you pot it? How do you manage the seedling? And how do you graft it? How do you plant it? And when I'm training them in the garden, I show them the way you take care of your baby, take care of this seedling. Because if you take care, this seedling will produce a mango tree, and a mango tree will produce a mango, and from a mango you will have the juice like this, and from there you will pay school fees for your baby, and all will be well.
And on this note, let's take a short break and come back and talk about Noya and the fruit.